One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Canes will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. State's offense will take the first swing of the game. This rivalry is one of the most storied, at least in the modern generation of college football, but last year sort of left a bad taste in everyone's mouth in Tallahassee as it just never was competitive.
It was a dominant win by the Canes. I mean, they had 445 yards. Florida State had 248. Like, this was a beatdown. You could clearly see the balance with Miami's offense. Running the football for over 200, throwing for over 200. They did what they wanted at will.
I think that he's going to take a shot right away. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
You could not script a better start if you're on defense, and great job being heads up and being aware that this offense may come out trying to be aggressive and throw on the first play. Everybody executing their assignments, and they get a takeaway right off the bat.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, Call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Off play action on first down. Finds a man by himself. He's loose. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job.
He uncorks one deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This offense has it with really good field position. Running back searching for a hole. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The give on the option. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. What a disappointment. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The short hands, it's Holmes. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Well, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him. But they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not.
Looking for a huge play. He holds it in space. The man might as well start playing.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead.
And that's what makes this guy so dynamic. Not only is he good using his legs out in the field, but down here close to the goal line, if things aren't open, he can get it in himself running it, and they do for 2 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. He leaves it with his back. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
To the air, it's back. Caught over the middle, it's Daniels. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Daniels. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fletcher. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Back to throw, it's back. Here's a heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of the rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. And for the second time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Webster. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give to the tailback. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Great place to start for this offense. They'll go to the ground. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Hurricanes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. And off from the shotgun. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Pittman.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Got a lot of room to the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get a kick from the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. And the Canes will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Noles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Got enough for the first.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Now they're going to throw it. Makes the catch. It's McCoy. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. He's going to let it go. Got it. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Noles.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Well, a nice completion there and finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to throw, it's Beck. Got a man, it's Johnson. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pressure coming. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's going up top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Holmes. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going for it on 4th down must be part of their philosophy. Just 1 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
The defense comes up big time on the 4th down play, trying to get the stop, making sure he doesn't get a first down. The fumble, it's just the icing on the sundae. That's fine. We'll take it. But more importantly, they got the big stop and turnover on downs.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Under fire. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Going over the top. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes.
The Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be dragged down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Going to the run to start this second half. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. And the Hurricanes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Florida State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Beck. Makes the grab. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Catches it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield is Robinson.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Seminoles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground from the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
He'll try to do it himself. There he goes. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the 1st down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
He'll pull it on the read. And a a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that could score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
Looking for the 2-point try. Quarterback on the keeper. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Great job by the defense. Prepared for the option here in a 2-point situation, and the offense comes away with nothing.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Reads it, fires complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. To throw, it's back. Unleashes it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Hurricanes will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the returner will be brought down. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Now the toss. Oh, he's got some space. A tremendous run. He was 4-4 after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out in the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounted for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman. Picking up a massive game for this offense.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll move the wide receiver. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Seminoles are flying down the field. The give on the counter. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Holds and fires complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Just touchdown, no! And the punishment has been extended. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. To the air, it's back. Quickly out to the tight end.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. Scanning the field, it's back. Catch in the middle, it's Bauman. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this defense has put her game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. He'll ride his man on the option. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll ride the hot hand.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They go to the ground. The Noles get it past the sticks.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And the pummeling has started. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
And I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the air on second down. With the catch, it's Fletcher. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
No gain on the play.
And the Canes will send out the punt unit.
Number 94 in punt formation to kick it away.
They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. It rarely disappoints.